Right, my darlings, I'm back for the first sort of part of my 100-day challenge with my Great Big Ugly. So, my Great Big Ugly idea book. I've gone through, I've sort of tidied up some of the flotsam and jetsam that was floating around the book. Get these last few pieces stuck in now as part of my tidy up process. So, on that page, you can see it's a tuck and a pocket made from two book pages that I've just stamped, glued on three sides. And to get your text the right way up here and your text the right way up here, you just take one piece of book page going that way and take another piece of book page and glue them back to back. So when you fold them, you've got the right way up. I don't know, there's no credit on there. I didn't write down where I'd seen that idea. So depending on which sides you glue, of course you can have a tuck, you can have a pocket, top tuck, side tuck, whichever way you go. This one, I've stuck a bit of random cardstock down here. That's the mock-up that I made. And it's a little scrappy notepad. That little scrappy notepad has a pocket inside with a little removable card. So that idea, this is made from the end of a chopped off envelope. So this is the example. So the mock-up will go into my pocket, but my example will go into the pocket as well. The example isn't glued. So a year from now, when I pull it out and thinking, how did that come to be? I've got this in here to look at. So there's my little scraps. Made from a chopped envelope end. It's a tiny notepad with a hidden tuck behind. So there's your envelope. And you've chopped the rest of the envelope off. So you've got the inside of the envelope and the top flap. And I've just notched with a circle punch a little notch off that end. So the idea then is you take your little scrappy pieces, pop them in, oh, come on, Faith, come on. There we go. Pop them in there. I ran that then through my sewing machine, inked before, and then you've got that little hidden area behind. And of course, I suppose that could be done on any scale depending on the size of the envelope you're using. So those can go in there, away to live happily ever after. The next one I've got is, oh, there we go. This one was Seven Plaza from last year, and it's using 3 single-sided 6x6s. So 3 single-sided 6x6s with a little bit of washi tape to edge them. You've got 1, that goes all the way to the bottom. 2, that stops at about there. 3, that stops not all the way down. 4, 5, that goes all the way down to the bottom, and that one goes about 4 inches down, I think. I can't remember how it's assembled. I honestly have no memory of making it all, but that's why I've linked her on there, because I've known once I've done it, I'm not going to remember, because I must have made it along with the video. So let's find a place for this to live in a tuck, because it is quite wide. Because apparently, let me check on my, yeah, that is 6 inches. So I didn't trim the 6x6s down. It is 6 inches wide. So I need quite a big space for that to go in. Find a page. I'll just go for it. So this is a random scrap, found, rummaging. That can live in there. Go for it. And again, my Great Big Ugly is all about using up these papers that I wouldn't necessarily use anywhere else, or if I've got a lot of something that I don't foresee myself using anytime soon. And it's not special paper, it's not anything that's screaming at me to treasure. Use it up. Just use it up. Because, of course, hand in hand with this mad hobby is the treasure hunting. So I know I'm going to inevitably discover new papers and new materials to use. So that's, will that go in that way? Yes, it will. I'm not going to tuck it in too tight because that art is just going down. But no, that's fine. The next one is a tuxedo tag thing going on. I don't know where that's going to go into a side tuck somewhere. Let's find a page. Any page. There we go. And that can live in there. So again, all very random. There's buttons there, so I need something to go underneath. Grab my glue book. I don't know if many of you use glue books. I call them glue books. They're just old magazines. I have old magazines from friends, family. If I pick up the random craft magazine, I will briefly go through it, get all the goodies out of it, and the magazine itself becomes this disposable thing that I can use for glue sticking items. There you go. Random piece of paper. Found rummaging in my scrap trolley. Give that a stick. Get that out of the way. And this now is one tuxedo. I think I've written it on here, haven't I? It's a tuxedo fold up from one atlas page, creating 6 pockets and 2 secret journaling spots. And the tags keep the secret spots shut. So it's got a pocket there, pocket on the back, open it up, there's a pocket there and there, open it up, you got a larger pocket there, that's just a random piece of wallpaper, a side tuck on that one, and that's the back. So I've taken the atlas page, folded up that way, folded that corner in, that corner the other way, and of course it's folded into thirds. So your secret spots, the leftovers, would have been used to create these 3, because the back pocket is, the back 3 pockets are created from the folding up. So that pocket, the tag comes out, and you have all that hidden journaling space behind. And that goes back down, and that goes in, and the same on that one. The tag comes out, you've got all that lovely hidden journaling space, and then that goes back in. So I've encountered lots and lots of different versions of what's called a tuxedo pocket. I don't know if that qualifies, but in my brain, the trifold, fold up corners, that's all like a tuxedo type. There's different ways of doing it. And of course, that's one big atlas page. So depending on the size of the piece of paper you're working on, it could be all sorts of dimensions. Anyhow, that can live in there. And the last one to go in here is the another one by Margaret at Sun Plaza. I'm going to stick this one in a belly band towards the back, I think, because it's got a bit of thickness to it. I don't think it'll fit in there. I think that's just a piece of like A3 copy paper, so it's not robust enough, I don't think. Will it fit in there? Maybe. And that's the tab pockets. Fit on there? No. I want quite a... There's a mix of papers in here. So I've got tea-dyed, I've got cardstock. I want something that's going to take a belly band in and out. Try there. This is a really, really old masterboard chop up that I did. Yeah, we'll stick it in there. Or go in the very beginning. Yes. Stick it in the very beginning. On the back of that first page. Because it's got a bit of chunk to it. Right, let's get this down first. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. I can't even remember what I was making with these papers. It must have been way, way back in the beginning, because this has been in the bottom of the drawer for absolute ages. You're talking like towards the, I don't know, 2021 lockdown period. And I was using what I had. I'm not going to fuss with this. Of course, in a real journal, you're going to do your details and your embellishing and your stitching. But of course, this is just an idea book that I can keep gluing. So that's going to go... Right. I'll edit that out. Hubby has just popped his head in here. Get the pin back in the glue. And so I've got that belly band down and all its great ugliness of unwanted, unloved materials. But they may be unwanted and unloved, but they will be once they're incorporated into this magnificent beast of a book of ideas. So this was quite recent of hers, I think. So I did find this a little bit of a challenge because I've used the... I'm not very good at this. I've used the mini eyelets with the crocodile. I'm not used to those. They don't, I don't know. I've not had a lot of luck with them because I tend to squash them. So, I don't know. I don't have many. I tend to use the standard size ones. But it's a file folder with a closure made from one piece of 12 by 12. And so you got your standard sort of file folder closure, and you open it up, and it opens like a regular file folder, and you've got room to tuck all your goodies in there. But the way she's done these eyelets, if I remember right from the video, if you put this eyelet farther down here and this eyelet farther down here, you'll have, you know, a closure elastic about there. But if you shift it up this way, You then have an elastic band that is just inside to add, sorry, it's hard to see. So you've got a removable signature, basically, inside your file folder. So, yeah, I will credit her now. Yeah, February 2025. It's a very recent one she's done. Score your 12 by 12 at 2 and 7. Rotate it, score at 1 3/4. Rotate it again, 1 3/4. Trim your, I can't remember the proper names, gussets or something like that. Trim your edges to create your flaps, add your eyelets and your elastic, and happy days. So you got space in the back to tuck goodies, fussy cuts, offcuts, and a hidden, or not hidden, a removable signature, and the closure is an all-in-one. Absolute genius. So that's going to live in there. And that is the Great Big Ugly. Oh, come on, don't flop. That's going to fly out everywhere, isn't it? How can I fix that? Ooh, what have I got in my scrap trolley? Ooh, no. Right. Be right back. Right. And I'm not going to overthink this. I'm not going to go digging around the craft room. It's silly. This isn't really designed to be in a book in this way, unless you're doing a really chunky monster. So I'm going to take the edge of this fussy cut, not fussy cut, sorry, the edge of the belly band. I'm going to glue it on there like a tab, so it's going to stop this from falling out. But as this monster fills up, I should be able to slip this back and out if I need to get to it. But it should stop it from falling. So let's get that stuck down as like a tab just to stop it from falling out. Pin back into Artie. And I'm not measuring, just stick it on. Give that a bit of a rub to warm it up a bit. So that should then prevent that from sliding out. So I'm going to leave that on top for just a second. So this is how we're going. There is a lot of empty space in this book. But it's tidied up now. I know what I'm doing. I just need to research now some newer ideas. And if there's anything in here that if you are watching, and if there's anything in here you're particular curious about, just ask, and I might try to recreate it, or at least jump on and mention where it's come from if I know, because like I said, some of these I've added notes to for its origin, some I haven't, but as I'm adding new ones to the book, I'll try to go back and show in a little bit more explanation, things that happen to be on an adjoining page. So hopefully that's going to be all right now. Is that going to work? Yes, it's going to slide towards the middle. That's fine. It's not going to slide out of the book. But that's it for me today. There's my Great Big Ugly. And I'm ready to go on to the next thing now. So thank you ever so much for watching, and take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.